Take this opportunity to welcome you all here. Now we have a full house. It's always good to see citizens coming out to watch your elected representative act. So, we always start off with our devotion. Mr. Crawford.
Let's bow for prayer.
Father God, it is with grateful hearts that we come before you this afternoon to thank you for this beautiful day that you have created. What a joy it is to be, to see the spring come, to see new life. God, it gives us hope that one day that we will have that new life as well. Bless this time that we have together as we go forth the decisions we make be for the betterment of our community and our county. In Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Sir Caston, would you lead?
Yes, sir. Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Notice I stumbled a bit to introduce Commissioner Crawford. We have three people who volunteered to lead us in prayer, and that's Commissioner Vanover, Commissioner Harvey, Commissioner Crawford, and I appreciate them doing that. They all are perfectly positioned to do that. And, Larry, you mentioned the spring, and I've got that spring fever, and it goes up in my nose sometimes, with all the allergies we have. It looks like the commissioners are in their seats, so I'll ask the clerk to take the roll. My clerk, take the roll. The board is open. Please record your attendance. Everyone checked in? I'm clerk, take the roll.
20 present, 4 absent.
Thank you. Next item on our agenda, proclamations. At this time, Ms. Leslie Music. Leslie, are you here? I'll meet you in the well. We have this vehicle with us tonight, and I would like to, if you and these are dispatchers that work with us in this vital industry, so if you will just introduce them, this is Leslie Beasley, who's the director of Emergency 911.
We have Sarah Phillips, she's the dispatch operations supervisor, and Michelle Wexler, she is the assistant dispatch supervisor, and we have Sarah Hearn, she is the shift supervisor for dispatch.
Well, I have the pleasure tonight to recognize the importance to our community of the job that these folks do, and others. Certainly have to have them here in recognition. If I may, I will do a proclamation that was issued, Safety Telecommunications, 2024. Whereas everyday telecommunicators serve the citizens of Sullivan County by responding to requests for emergency aid with professionalism, compassion, and commitment to the steadfast pursuit of their goal of saving lives and property. Whereas the efforts and critical functions performed by the telecommunicators to answer calls for help, gather essential information, and ensure appropriate assistance is provided is fundamental to the protection of life and preservation of property. And whereas telecommunicators are the vital link between citizens and police officers, firefighters, and paramedics, depending upon the quality and the accuracy of information, monitoring, and emergency activities, providing information to all parties concerned, and ensuring your safety. And whereas the Association of Public Safety Communications Officers annually dedicates the second week of April as National Public Safety Telecommunications Week to honor thousands of men and women who respond to crisis calls for help, dispatch emergency professionals, equipment, and render life-saving assistance to the public. Now be it proclaimed by the Board of Commissioners of Sullivan County, Tennessee, that we do hereby proclaim the week of April 14th, 2024, as Public Safety Telecommunications Week in Sullivan County, Tennessee, and enlist the support of citizens of Sullivan County in honoring these men and women for the role they play every day in making our lives, homes, and towns safe. Adopted by the county legislative body in session due this in the 21st day of March, 2024. Ms. Music, I'm going to give you an opportunity, and I can't say enough. Probably those of you who have never had to use dial 911 cannot imagine how important that is to you to hear that calm voice and take you through the information they need to potentially save your life. And I say that because I felt that. And it's a harrowing moment for someone to have to call. But hear that calm voice. Hear it. So I'd like to recognize you for any words you have to say, and we've been with this couple years. They have just right across the street, and they just do a fantastic job. And I hope you never have. Thank you.
Just real quick, I would like to say a few words, kind of give you an idea of what they do every day. So they never know what they're going to do on the phone. They answered over 35,000 calls in 2018 for Sullivan County. Just Sullivan County, not Kingsburg, not Brentwood, Sullivan County. They answered over 35,000 calls. 100% of those calls they answered in less than 40 seconds. And 99.9% they answered those calls in less than 20 seconds. So it's pretty amazing that they can pick up the phone, and they'll take it and they learn what they have. And what they, just a few things that they responded to, 922 medical calls for fall, and 788 lift assists, 846 domestic, 255 assaults, 19 shootings, 1,434 vehicle crashes with no injuries, 424 vehicle crashes with injuries, and 178 structure fires. All flashes. That's not counting the stolen bicycles and, lost structures, things like that. They do take pride in what they do every day. They log as a team, the whole agency of just dispatchers, they log over 3,763 hours of training, just training alone. That's not counting what they do. So they do an amazing job every day, and they deserve everything, all the good. All the good.
these people don't tell me what to say. I got motions. Do I want to think to tell me? Board of Commissioners tonight will have to recognize the following on the county for each member. Okay. Outstanding achievement listed for each having shown leadership, commitment, and integrity by reaching for full potential, keeping value of heads, hearts, and hands together. For those 4-H members joining us tonight here, if you come up next, maybe we get on to take another picture after I do this. Well, and I'll do it. Good to see you. The county commission and the people of Sullivan County want to recognize the achievement of this state. And we have, I'd like to read a certificate. As I read your name, if I say your name, if you will come forward. If I may, first of all, Colin Smith. Colin is being recognized for outstanding performance and achievement. Second place Congress SA winner for the Eastern Region Public Speaking participant, 9th grade. Served as a county reporter at the Congress. Colin, congratulations on your achievements, and we're happy to present you this from the Sullivan County Commission. Next up, Isaac. Okay, I knew I was going to butcher that name, so I was going to ask him before. Isaac is being recognized for outstanding performance and achievement as a Congress participant in the outdoor cookery team. Isaac, congratulations on your achievement. Madison Brown. Madison is being recognized for outstanding performance and achievement for as a Congress participant, sports judging, livestock judging. There may be a judgeship in her future. So, congratulations. Samantha Roberts. Hi, Samantha. Thank you for coming. Samantha is being recognized for outstanding performance and achievement in livestock judging and as a Congress participant. So congratulations to you, Samantha. I need the photo to turn around so I can lay these down. Next up, Ireland Howell. Ireland, great. And yours, thank you. I bet you so. Ireland is being recognized for outstanding performance and achievement as a Congress participant in the 5th grade. So congratulations on participating in the trial. Riley Thomas. Did you get Riley right? Riley, thank you for coming. Riley is being recognized for outstanding performance and achievement in the following areas: Sullivan County Daisy Chair, Best Overall Commercial Scrapbook, the 6th grade County Public Speaking, 2nd place Eastern Region Public Speaking for the 6th grade. Youth recipient, Governor's Volunteer Star Awards, 2023-2024. Thank you so much, and congratulations to you. Finally, Maggie Malone. Maggie is being recognized for outstanding performance and achievement in the following years. 1st place, County 7th grade public speaking. 1st place, sub-region 7th grade public speaking. these great young people.
Yes. And actually, two of those participants would like to say a few words. March is Extension Month, and we are celebrating in Extension Month these great 4-Hers and how impactful Congress is in particular, and also public speaking. These are just a few things that the 4-Hers have participated in, and I would like Colin Schmidt to say a few words. He was chosen as the county reporter for Sullivan County to represent at Congress. So Colin, if you'd come forward. So technical difficulties. We'll now introduce Briley Thomas, if she would like to say a few words.
For the past 3 years, 4-H has been a vital part of my life. The 4-H motto is to make the best better. I'm going to share with you how 4-H has made me better. We start every 4-H meeting with the 4-H pledge. I pledge my head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living. For my club, my community, my country, and my world. My 4th grade year was the beginning of my 4-H career. Besides attending monthly school meetings, I competed in multiple contests to expand my knowledge in what 4-H has to offer, like the poster contest, the Appalachian Fair, and competing in the quote book. In 5th grade, I continued with my participation that added on vet tech meetings, volunteering, and winter wonderland. My most valuable day in 5th grade was when I attended Citizenship Day, organized by 4-H agents. I spent the day visiting the county offices, learning about public office, community service, and everyone involved to help keep Sullivan County a safe community. During the summer, 4-H provides opportunities for the upper 8 regional 4-Hers at the Clyde Austin 4-H Center in Greenville. At camp, there are many activities you can learn by doing, like tie-dye, archery, woodcrafting, airbrushing, gaga ball, visiting the Wildlife and Fossil Center, and swimming. Last summer, I was the dairy chairman for Sullivan County and presented to over 200 people at different events. I was on the news, made social media posts, and held a county-wide coloring contest for kids. As my final project, I put together a digital scrapbook and submitted it to the Dairy Alliance Board. I won overall best scrapbook, earning $750. Because I have been involved in 4-H and in my community, I was asked to be a guest speaker at the Kingsport Rotary Club meeting about my 4-H experience. They donated $100 to my club. My most recent award was the Youth Governor's Volunteer Star Award. I was recognized locally at the annual United Ways meeting and in Franklin, Tennessee at the Governor's Star Award banquet. All this has led to my Honor Club project area, public speaking. I'm learning to build a website showcasing all my presentations and 4-H involvement. I will attend the 4-H Academic Conference at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville this summer, learning more about public speaking and other project areas for 4-H. Without 4-H in my life, I would not have been able to receive these recognitions. 4-H is what you want to make. I have made 4-H a priority and helping my club, my community, my country, and world a better place like we pledge every meeting.
Okay. A couple of weeks ago, I got the opportunity to attend Congress thanks to 4-H. I learned a lot about 4-H and how the government works, and I had a lot of fun while doing so. My name is Colin Schmidt, and this is what I thought of Congress. So these are some pictures of Nashville, and if you look on the left one, if you were to turn around, you would see the government building. So there you go. Yeah, that's where we went to vote on bills and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. In the inside, there's like a ton of statues and like paintings of famous people like from Tennessee just to represent them. like Andrew Johnson is my favorite. So I think the main attraction with going to Congress is when we go in this room and vote on bills. So here's me and Isaac. I'm holding up my paper because I have something important to say apparently. I'm not sure what I was saying was very good or not, but I did it anyways. And then the bottom right, you can see the whole room and how many people were there. Probably saying better things than I did. Okay. Besides the time at Congress, we got to do a lot of fun things with exploring Nashville, like going to this place and eating food, which is extremely exciting. And we got to see the Tennessee Titans Stadium, which is pretty cool for me because I'm a big football fan. And I don't know, that building's probably famous. It looks pretty cool. I don't know what it is though. There's a ton of cool shops that we got to walk around, so many that we didn't have time to get to all of them. But my personal favorite was obviously the candy shop, and then this purse made out of instruments was pretty cool. That was in the clothing shop that I didn't buy any clothes, I only bought candy. Okay, in the hotel room, we got some really good food. In the right picture, that suspicious brown thing is a potato and it's like layered. It was really good. That was my favorite part of maybe the whole trip. I don't know. And then on the left, some other 4-Hers, they performed a show and they did a lot of singing, which I don't have the confidence to do that. So cool that they did. That's the hotel. There's Isaac on the left, being like mesmerized by the view. He loves it. I liked it too. We went to the zoo, and my favorite animals were the birds, just cause, I don't know, birds are pretty cool. They usually leave you alone. That goat was pretty chill too. Stop. Okay, I'm gonna move on. In the hotel building, we also hosted events like the History Bowl, in which you can see the Eastern region kind of crushed it, like no competition. That was pretty cool. Although I enjoyed a lot about Congress, the best part was probably meeting new people and friends. There's me on the left, then Isaac, Maddie, Bud Holsley, our county representatives. In the back right there is Rachel, our chaperone, and then there's Ireland and Sam. So that's the whole group. Oh, okay. I've been in Tennessee for like 2 years for 4-H. Alright, yeah. I've been in Tennessee for only like 2 years, but I did stuff with 4-H before, so it's not too different, honestly, so I like that. Do you guys have any questions? New York, like Buffalo. Yeah. Alright, is that it?
I made a meeting, okay? Are you all right? Okay, I will. It'll be a couple hours.
Hurry, John. One more, John. Hurry, John. Take it. Hurry, go.
Austin, you've been too quiet. Just don't stir it too much, because it might go on our spots. All right. It might get hot in here. Calm down now. What's that brown?
When you wake up at 2 o'clock, it's hard to have a good thought about this. Where we're going, it is hard to have a good thought when you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning because just remember these young people. That's who we're leaving this to. And that's whose hands this country will be in. So just thank them. And all of our young people, we need to appreciate God, and we'll be fine. Before we get on with the rest of our agenda, I'd like to recognize Mr. Bailey for a short amount.
I think to advise you that CTAS, that some of you may have expected tonight, I had a call from them earlier, or contacted me earlier in the week since I've been in contact with them to start with, and I told them it appeared like it would not be the best of times to be here right in the middle of a budget discussion. It would not affect this year's budget to be next year before it could. And I know Ms. Harvey had done some work for getting here to hear it. And I told them the later date would probably be more effective and everything, so that understand it affect the whole year. And we couldn't pass anything now to affect this year that much in this year's budget. So I thought it wouldn't be necessary to come. I felt like we went back later. Apologize, Ms. Harvey.
Thank you, Larry. Next up are appointments. As is required by state statute, Sullivan County, I have Sullivan County Board of Commissioners. It was advertised in the paper on legal designations that a vacancy exists in the constable position in the 9th district. And so we advertise that it would be available to fill if we have a qualified applicant and a nomination by the commissioner. Any commissioner have a nomination to fill the vacancy in the constable in the 9th district. I recognize you this time. Seeing none, we'll move on and advertise. We will advertise that position for a qualified candidate at the next meeting of the county commission in April. Next up is we have a vacancy on the Sullivan County Board of Education, and as required by state statute, that vacancy was advertised in the paper local. That the commission would be ready to appoint a qualified member of the Sullivan County Board of Education. So at this time, I'll recognize any commissioner who will make a nomination for the fill the vacancy on the Sullivan County Board of Education. Commissioner Ward, you're recognized.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'd like to give you the name, I think the nomination of Angie Stanley. She won the primary election against another candidate. There's nobody running in the general election in August. I see no reason to put in, select her early, so she's going to get to work. She's well qualified for the position. So I think it would be a great choice for our district and any representation out there.
Thank you, Commissioner Ward. There are other nominations. The nomination does not require a second on it. county attorney advises me that the public should have an opportunity also to put in nomination the name for the Sullivan County Board of Education. Anyone in attendance want to nominate a peer for the position of school board member in the first district? Seeing none, nomination is closed. Any commissioner have any request prior to casting vote on the nomination? Seeing none, is that on board, Kate? Well, I'll tell you what, let's do a roll call vote since you would need to put it on the board. We didn't know for sure, so we don't have it on the board, so I will ask the clerk to take a roll call vote on the nomination of Angie Stanley for the District 1 seat of Sullivan County Board of Education. Madam Clerk.
Akers,
Yes.
Townsend,
Yes.
Carr,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
Crawford,
Yes.
Cross,
Yes.
Crosswhite,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Glover,
Yes.
Harvey. Yes. Hayes. Absent. Horn. Absent. Iverson.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
King.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Locke.
Yes.
McMurray.
Yes.
Means. Yes. Pierce.
Yes.
Slagle.
Yes.
Stidham.
Yes.
Vanover.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Would anyone like to change their vote? 22 yes, 2 absent.
Having received the necessary majority, Ms. Stanley is elected, appointed rather, to the unexpired term on the District 1 Sullivan County School Board. Ms. Stanley, are you in attendance? Would you like to address the commission? Our newest member of the Sullivan County School Board, Ms. Angie Stanley. You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First of all, I want to say thank you, Mark Garrison, for your service that you served my community on the school board. And thank every one of you all for your vote of confidence in me. And I promise you that I will work very hard for our children here in Sullivan County, because our children are our future here. And I want each and every one of you all to know whether you're in my district or not, I'm here for you, for our children. And you will have my phone number, and if you ever need anything, I want everybody to know that they're more than welcome to ever call me. My phone will always be on. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Next order of business is the appointing of a board member for the Sullivan County Board of Equalization. If I may read the document. Whereas the Sullivan County Board of Equalization is composed of 5 members, and those members are to be elected for different sections of the county by the Board of County Commissioners in April of either years, and those members are to serve 2-year terms. And whereas those board-appointed members' term will soon expire, and they are willing to serve an additional term on the Board of Equalization. And whereas the County Board of Commissioners is responsible for electing members to serve on the Board of Equalization, and that due to the fact that the training seminar for the Board of Equalization is held in April, it is of the time is of the essence that elections be made in a timely manner. Whereas due to the timing of the training seminar for members of the Board of Equalization, it is the essence that the appointment shall be made in a timely manner. Now therefore, be it ordered to judge and decree by the Sullivan County Mayor in his authority to appoint members to said Board of Equalization in accordance with TCA 67-1-401 for paragraph B, small c. Hereby reappoint the following persons to the Board of Equalization to serve an additional 2-year term. Mr. Robert Green, Mr. Kenneth Alford, and Mr. Charles Crosswhite. And those are people that I appoint, and I would ask the Sullivan County Commission, as is proper, to ratify those appointments. So I would like, since this is a legal board who makes decisions on behalf of the people of Sullivan County, I'd like to have a roll call vote on ratifying the appointment of those 3 members. Madam Clerk, if you will, would you take a...
Mayor, may I ask you a question first?
Yes.
Um,
I'm sorry. You're wrong.
The document says 5 people on the board on 2-year terms, but we're only appointing 3. Is there 5, or do we need to appoint more than 3, or is it staggered? Because it says they're all serving 2-year terms, so.
We're appointing 3 members to 2-year terms, and we do it in even years, and 2 members will be reappointed in 2 years. That's my understanding. Commissioner, I don't see my resident expert in here, but these are 2-year terms, and each one of them have served 2-year terms.
Okay.
So I will clarify that for you tomorrow. Any other questions? And if we've done this wrong, we will have a redo. That's the good thing about government, you do redos. Madam Clerk, you take a vote.
Akers,
Yes.
Townsend. Yes. Carr,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
Crawford,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Crosswhite,
Abstain for cause.
Gardner,
Yes.
Glover,
Yes.
Harvey,
Yes.
Iverson,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Locke,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Means, Pierce,
Yes.
Slagle,
Yes.
Stidham,
Yes.
Hanover,
Yes.
and Moore.
Yes.
Would anyone like to change their vote? 21 yes, 1 abstain, 2 absent.
The appointment of 3 members of the Board of Equalization is hereby adopted. Commissioner Iverson, I will research your questions. Probably have 3 members of it.
Thank you. It just seems like it'd be a 4-year term. If we're doing every 2 years, it'd be a 4-year term. But thank you for that. I
Well,
appreciate you.
I expect maybe the law says that, but I don't know.
I
I
understand.
would have to consult our county attorney. Next up is the approval of the completion minutes from a previous meeting. And those have been right on your desk and have been available electronically. Any corrections, additions? Move adoption, second by Commissioner Jones, moved by Commissioner Gardner. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Minutes are adopted. Next up, the approval of notary publics. You've been, right on your desk is a list of the folks who are applied to be notary publics in the county of Sullivan. And at this time, I'll ask our clerk to read the names.
Robert Anderson, Amy Denise Bartley, Kimberly D. Bishop, Lois J. Briggs, Shelley Carrier, Cindy Carver, Aiden Elizabeth Clark, Joyce Crosswhite, Nicholas S. Davenport, Linda Dellinger, Joe Scott Denton, Sabra Donahue, Amy Michelle Duncan, April L. Eads, Sarah Eaton, Blake Fletcher, Paul Raymond Foran, Joseph Folks, Jamie E. Fuller, Tracy R. Gibson, Angela M. Hess, Lauren Hughes, Alan Jagels, Paul Johnson, Brandy Jones, Sandy Crow Leonard, Christy K. McAnally, Jamin McCann, Samuel Jefferson McCord, Timothy James McMurray, Margaret Miller, Brittany Morton, Jessica
Madison Mullins, Julie Novak, Jessie Ann Oliver, Amanda L. Owens, Jill M. Prince, Barbara Quillen, Ryland Ricker, Barbara W. Sanders, Priscilla Stiltner, Andrew Daniel Street, Dolores A. Sullivan, Lindsay Brooke Thacker, Brianna K. Tiller, Carrie Ann Jenkins Toole, Lindsay Underwood, Michael Seth Utzman, Ashley B. Vanover, Nathan Vaughn, Reginald Eric Warren, and Ben Z.
You've heard the list. Any objections? I'm gonna ask the clerk, there is a second page for sure. Do we vote on that also?
We don't have to read them out loud.
We do vote on, so on your second page, you're asking for surety bonds for personal surety, are listed. So, seeing no objection, we're ready to vote. With board open, vote on we have a motion to adopt. Gardner, Ross, second. The board open, cast your vote on approval of number report. Everyone voted? Anyone wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
21 yes, 2 absent.
Haven't seen the necessary majority. The notice votes are approved as read into the record.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misread that. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. 21 yes, 1 abstain, 2 absent.
Ms. Crockett was on the list, so she's therefore abstaining, so
Yes.
thank you, Madam Clerk. Next up, we will recess for public comment. Thank you, Randy. At this time, we recess reserve of time for comments from the public, and we have signed up Bill Kilgore, former commission member. Mr. Kilgore, you're recognized as well. Public comment.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Bill Kilgore, I live at 1205 Alvar Drive in Kingsport. I came before you today to speak. I read a couple articles in the paper about pickup bins for thrift stores and clothing. And since I belong to a couple of foundations, one nationwide and one statewide, and do local work for veterans, I felt like I should come and speak. I came to speak to the commission on the clothing collection that I've read about in the paper. We in Sullivan County do not need out-of-state profit companies collecting donated used clothing on public property. In my opinion, there is available organizations in Sullivan County to provide services for those who want to donate used items to thrift stores for resale. Ambets has a thrift store in Bristol, and it's a 501c3 charitable organization. Ambet's thrift store in Bristol has a drop-off point in front of the store for anybody who wants to drop it off. You don't have to go to the back of the store. And also, they have pickup services to come to your house and pick up anything you don't want to carry, or if it's too large to carry, they will come and pick it up. All proceeds from Ambet's thrift stores go to support veterans, with service officers filing claims with VA at no cost to the veterans. Part of that operation of all of our thrift stores also comes back to the state of Tennessee's organization of Ambet. The percentage of every dollar that's sold in Ambet's thrift stores in Tennessee, we have 7 of them, comes back from our national organization to help with local expenses for veterans. We supply handicap equipped vans, all state veterans homes in the state of Tennessee, which are 5 of them, and one being built in Memphis. We also have vans that runs from Knoxville, at the clinic down there, to the mountain home, 2 days a week, hauling people up for appointments that they have to the VA Veterans Center. That's all I've got on it, but tell you that the local organization that can handle the situation without, and Amvex is not the only one, there's some other good organizations too. Since I belong to Amvex and worked with them, set on two foundations, I felt like I needed to say more about Amvex, of course, but that's what I do. That's what I do. Ever since I left here, that's basically all I do, is work for Veterans and the foundation. So, thank you all for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kugor. Mr. Kugor is former commander, national commander of the AMVETS in our conference. Anybody else in the public that did not have an opportunity to sign up on the sheet or would like to address the commission at this time while we're still in public comment? Yes, please come forward. Give us your name and address for our electronic record, and we welcome you, and our local rules are that we allow 3 minutes per person, so you're recognized. We don't enforce that really
Well,
strictly,
that's okay.
so you're recognized.
My name is Susan Salyer. I live at 5108 Waterford Drive in Kingsport. My husband and I have lived in Sullivan County for 35 years. 25 of those years are at Fall Creek West subdivision off of Petty John Road. We have lived there, like I said, 25 years, and it has never been paved, not once. Our neighbors who have been there 10 years longer than us said it has never been paved. I don't think it's ever been paved. It's in super bad shape. And we see all the subdivisions around us that have not been there as long as we have, and they're getting paved. We have called your office, we have called Mr. Murray's office, we have called many Sullivan County offices. And as nice as the people are who answer the phone, we're just being told, well, you're on the list, and we hope we are on the list, and we hope we get that done soon. That's all.
Okay. Very good, thank you. Anyone else in the audience that would like to speak? See? Well, let me recognize you after public hearing.
Mr. Chairman, can I speak?
Yeah,
I
let me recognize you after public hearing, because you commissioners can speak anytime you want to, and it's in order. So I'll recognize you in the podium, at the podium, Sam. Herschel, since we're going to do it, let me recognize. Okay, Sam, in will, Sam. We're still in public here, so,
Sam Jones, 6329 Hitterwood Lane, Kingsport, Tennessee. I thought someone was going to be here from the Salvation Army. I've served on their board of directors for several years in Kingsport. We also operate a thrift store it's off Stone Drive. And that thrift store, we collect clothing, rags, furniture, and the sale of that helps the Salvation Army provide for the homeless in Kingsport. And to run the operation we have 15 beds for men, 15 for women, and 2 apartments for families. We provide 3 meals a day. Any of you could go eat lunch at the Salvation Army. The thrift store and their collected items, and then as they go through them, what is sold is what's called rags. We have a baler, those are bailed up and sold, and that helps to support the homeless in Kingsport, Tennessee. Bristol also has a program. I'm not that familiar with Bristol Salvation Army, how they operate, but they do have a store also. And I would like to say, also as a member of AMVETS, I delivered a check today from our foundation to West Ridge High School Air Force JROTC to help sponsor their, it's called the Ferguson Bulldog Challenge. It'll be coming up. I'll get information to you, or I'll welcome to come. Because I think we have 18 JROTCs from around the region that will be competing in that challenge this year. I just wanted to give that additional information that AMVETS and the Salvation Army are both 501c3s that are providing services to veterans and to the homeless in Sullivan County. Thank you.
thanks, Sam. Anyone else? public hearing is hereby closed, and I'd like to recognize Commissioner Christopher Glover at his desk.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Let me turn your microphone on there. Okay, you're recognized.
My small assistant has offered to help handle this. Check out everybody. The reason I wanted to hand this out, Mr. Chairman, is last Thursday night we had a little, kind of like a little misunderstanding in here. And it usually follows me around like that little person on the Peanuts cartoon, like Pig Pen, it kind of follows me around. And I wanted to present this to the commission so that, that they can put this in their desk and have this for future reference. And if you look down at the bottom, it says 2008 to present. And this has got to do with zoning text and amendments to the planning zone. It says initiation of amendments to the zoning resolution text may be initiated by the county commission, the Sullivan County Regional Planning Commission, or the planning director. Amendments to the zoning district map may be initiated by the county commission, Sullivan County Regional Planning Commission, the property owner of the land which is to be considered for rezoning, or legal agent representing the property owner such as power of attorney, licensed realtor, or buyer under contract of said property. Legal documentation verifying the legal interest in said real property shall be made available to the planning and zoning director prior to acceptance of any rezoning application. And that was a meeting done on January 22nd, 2008. So I just wanted to give these to each of you to put in your desk. We laminated it so it will be handy to reach in and get it each month, so we can look over these text amendments that's coming in. I think last week I had the motion to amend, and I had a second when we didn't vote. Didn't move forward to vote on that, so I just want to make everybody aware of what we have here for the future. And by the way, this is in the planning and codes book. So what I gave you tonight is in the planning and codes book. And I would recommend each of you, if you don't have one, each of you get you a planning and codes book. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Aker, for what reason?
Could I ask a question on this?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, we're free form, that's fine. We're not in our resolution yet. Go ahead.
I do not dispute anything here, but I would like, I think there's some clarification that would need to be needed. And it may not end here tonight, and I think that's just where we are. You are correct. 12-106.2, initiation of amendment. And what I understand, as someone who sits on a planning and zoning board, that's to start the process of where it outlines who can start the process of asking for an amendment to the situation. Not for us to make an amendment during the meeting. And I think that's where the clarification is. Because we had to change some of this a few months back in Bristol to make sure we understood who had the right to ask for a zoning amendment on a piece of real property. So that's all I just wanted to clarify.
It's not being changed in our planning code, but I'm going to what's in there. When you read on, it also says that you can give a 2-week notice.
Thank you. And this may be a discussion to be carried forward, and I know that's an item of interest to all you commissioners, because it's probably, I think if I were a commissioner, it'd be the hardest part of my job. And because you're responsible for some of the land in Sullivan County, 58 square miles. anytime the commission wants further this discussion, planning and zoning personnel will be available to you individually or as a group. All we have to do is just announce it as a public meeting for more than 2 of you. But we'll be happy to do that because information in this area is as important as anything we do in this area. I appreciate the discussion tonight, and maybe we can go forward with further discussions on procedure and then detail. So moving on, next item on our agenda is the consent agenda, and I congratulate Chairman Pro Tem Gardner on getting items 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, and 12 on the consent agenda, and it's time to you here tonight. We will, does any member wish to bump or take off the consent agenda any item that's on there that we would like to discuss? Sam? You're recognized.
What I got in the email said item 12. It's on the agenda, it says item 13. What we got laid on our desk, there was I just noticed that it was different.
Let's look. I'm sorry. There's 12 on my agenda, it says 13 on yours.
Says 13.
Okay, well, let's go to 13, we'll shut, we may be able to answer this really quickly. 13 by Commissioner Glover and Commissioner Vanover. Gentlemen, was that put on the consent agenda?
Ours is item number 12, but I don't think we did. I think we put it on the waiver of rules.
It is by the rules, but it was not on the consent agenda. Strike that. Item 13 is not here until the front.
In my packet, ours is item number 12 instead of 13.
Right. Yours is 12. And in my package is 12.
What I got from me is item 13.
Yeah, that's yours,
Mr. Chairman.
That's, item 13 was, item 13 is Sponsor Stidham, and Commissioner Stidham, item 13 is on the regular agenda, right?
No, sir, that is on consent.
Okay, we can amend the consent calendar here, so, Commissioner Stidham moves to amend consent to include item 13 in the consent agenda and to remove item 12. Second for that motion. We have a motion, second, Commissioner Cole, Commissioner Carter. Any discussion? All those in favor of the amendment of moving item 13 to the consent agenda and removing item 12 from consent and putting back on their regular agenda? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. That's the same. Thank you for calling out our attention. Not sure exactly how that happened, but we will investigate that. See if we get it again. A lot goes on at our work sessions, and there's a lot of discussion, and sometimes we get wrong information. So, consent agenda before you. We have a motion for adoption. The board, also you want to...
Yes, sir, I'd like to dump item 3 off the consent agenda.
You'd like to take item 3 off the consent agenda for discussion and...
Please.
And put it back on the regular agenda. Okay, I believe we're in proper order now. Without objection, item 3 has been removed. We have a motion on the floor to approve the consent agenda as amended. We'll bump item 4 to discussion. Without objection, item 4. Any other? Mr. Calvin, you're recognized.
On item 7, I was the one that didn't want to put it on consent, but I'm okay with that now, if it's okay with the sponsor.
Item 7 is not on the consent.
Well, I mean, put it on consent.
Oh,
I mean,
I
it's
don't think we can add, I don't think we
You
can
can't
add
add it
to
there,
at this point in
okay.
time. And, let's vote on that, I'll have a little bit to say on that, afterwards, so. The board will cast your vote on the consent agenda with the, changes that have, been approved. Requires a unanimous vote, and when you have a no vote, so the consent agenda will not be approved, and all the resolutions will be heard, by the court. Our rule is it must be unanimous vote. Now, clerk, takes vote.
Take it off. Don't need to be up here all night.
Madam Clerk, take vote.
21 yes, 1 no, 2 absent.
Having not received the majority, the consent agenda will be molded into the regular agenda, and each individual resolution will be heard and explained by the sponsor and voted on individually. So next up is the regular agenda count, and you'll have to somebody came along and started peeing off my desk while you were watching. So anyway, I briefly, first up on the regular resolution, item number 1, Commissioner King, you're recognized on item number 1.
Thank you, Mayor. I brought this in last month, February 15th, and we talked about it, myself and Attorney Street explained it. Then we had our workshop, and we did the same thing again. And we've got all these resolutions, and it's going to take a long time. I don't think I want to do all this again. So if there's any questions, we'll be more than glad to answer questions. If not, I think everybody should know exactly what this is pretty clear. And I'd ask for everybody to support this. I think it's a good thing on retirement, and I'd ask for everybody to vote for it. Any questions?
This is under old business, Chairman King moves for adoption, second by Mr. Crosswhite. Any discussion? And on the resolution procedure.
Procedure, I suppose. I just want to remind the commissioners, if you work for the county or if your spouse works for the county, you can't vote on this due to a conflict. So you should abstain for cause.
Thank you, Dan. That's extremely important that we know that. Commissioner, you know that. Any discussion? Seeing none, the board up, cast your vote on the motion for adoption item number 1. Commissioner Leonard.
I did abstain for cause.
I'm sorry?
Abstain for cause.
Okay. Okay, abstain for cause.
You do.
Anybody else before we open the floor? Board open, cast your vote on the motion for adoption item number 1. I'm sorry, I had 2 members on the board. Can we close it?
Abstain for cause, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, let's do a roll call. You abstain. If you need to, you vote your conscience on the event. Madam Clerk, take a vote. Take a vote.
Baker,
Yes.
Calvin,
Yes.
Carr,
Yes.
Cole,
Abstain. Cause.
Crawford,
Yes.
Cross,
Yes.
Crossley,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Glover,
Yes.
Harvey,
Yes.
Hayes, absent. Horn, absent. Iverson,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
Leonard,
Abstain for cause.
Locke,
Yes.
McMurray,
Yes.
Means,
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Sable,
Yes.
Stidham,
Yes.
Vanover,
Yes.
Ward. Would anyone like to change their vote? 19 yes, 3 abstain, 3 absent.
Being on second reading, requiring on 13 votes for passage, item number 1 is adopted. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Thank you.
Commissioner Stidham, for what reason?
Next resolution.
You're next on the agenda on item number 2.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a housekeeping, the transfer of money inside the highway department. This is not new money. Was on consent. Call for question.
Commissioner Stidham moves for immediate introduction and adoption of item number 2, seconded by Commissioner Ward, requires 16 votes for passage. Board open. Cast your vote. Everyone voted? Anyone wish to change your vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
22 yes, 2 absent.
I received necessary majority. Item 2 is adopted. Next up, item 3, Commissioner Crosswhite, you're recognized on item 3.
Mayor, this resolution, explained in work session, is for Sullivan County Board of Education General Purpose School Fund to take money for safety equipment from the form of an emergency alert system, and this, we're trying to utilize grant funding, just in case, we're asking for $300,000 to be removed from their undesignated fund balance to cover this. And if we have questions, we have Chairman Matt Price and Superintendent Chuck Carter in the audience.
Ms. Crosswhite, you want to suspend the rule, or waive the rule? Ms. Crosswhite moves to waive the rule for immediate introduction and adoption of item number 3, seconded by Commissioner Vanover. And discussion. Commissioner Glover, you're recognized in discussion.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Crosswalk, would you explain to me or what a emergency alert system is? I mean, is this going to be something that's sent to parents' phones? Is this to notify the authorities, or is this something that's going to be in each school for each school to do alert systems? I mean, what exactly is it, sir?
I would request Mr. Carter to come up, please, or Mr. Price, either one.
We will recognize,
Something was brought up the other night about a panic button for the classrooms or something like that. I mean, I just like to define.
recognize Chairman Carter, Director Carter, and Chairman Price as well. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, welcome, thank you. That's come up this weekend. The safety equipment here is an alert system. Don't want to get a lot in place because it is safety equipment. So we don't want a lot of people that might have ill purpose for the schools to know about. But it is a system that's being utilized in other districts around us for alert to the authorities for all staff members.
Okay. The 300,000, is it going to be, are we going to be doing it yearly? Is this one-time funding, 300,000 for the equipment?
No, there is an annual fee that that's not this. Actually, this system is a lot more expensive than this. We have safety grant money. We also have general budget from this current school year budget. They're going into this as well from that line for safety. And so this is just additional to get the whole system installed and be able to get it going.
Okay, thanks. Thank you, Mr. Carter. Any further questions for the sponsor? Sponsor renews the motion, properly second. The board open, cast your vote. Item number 3. Everyone voted? Anyone wish to change your vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
22 yes, 2 absent.
I received necessary majority. Item number 3 is adopted. Item number 4, Commissioner Crosswhite, was recognized on item number 4.
Mr. Chairman, this again is for the school department, general purpose school fund, for the contingencies, fees budgeted with the ESSER projects and to ensure the most effective liquidation expenditures of grant funds by requesting a transfer from the undesignated fund balance to coincide with the project consistencies, therefore freeing up grant funds for contracted expenses. There again, it's $250,000 to cover the ESSER 3 project fund. So I will again, if you have any questions, Mr. Carter and Mr. Price are here.
Mr. Crosswhite moves to renew the introduction and adoption of item number 4, seconded by Commissioner Vanover, properly seconded, and we're in discussion. Mr. Slagle, you're recognized on item number 4.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This might be for Director Carter, Chairman Price, but just some specifics around some of these projects and some of the funding and what it's going to cover. Do you have those?
Some of the projects have contingencies of things that, for example, there's a track this one's at Southern Heights, that could go over and then it might not. So rather than having that contingency money at risk of losing it for the year, because you can't get the whole thing through, get all the work done on architect fees possibly, and then get it out for bid, and then get the project completed in time. What our thoughts were was go ahead, have these contingencies covered through our fund, and then at the end of it, we've not left money on the table with contingencies.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Any further questions for the sponsor or director? Seeing none, you're ready to vote, and the board vote, cast your vote. On item number 4, requires 16 votes to pass. Everyone vote. Anyone wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
22 yes, 2 absent.
I received necessary majority. Item number 4 is adopted. Next up, item number 5. Mr. Cole, you're recognized on item number 5.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As discussed in the work session, this is a quitclaim deed that gives Mr. Street the right to draft to across the Kendrick side of the road. It's a paper road, it's not used. I'd like to ask for it was on consent, waiver of rules, please.
Mr. Cole, move for immediate introduction and adoption of item number 5, seconded by Commissioner Crosswhite. We're in discussion. Any questions for Mr. Cole? Seeing none, ready to vote, and the board vote, cast your vote on item number 5. Everyone voted. Anyone wish to change the vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
22 yes, 2
I
absent.
received necessary majority. Item number 5 is adopted. Next up, item number 6. Mr. King, you're recognized on item number 6.
Thank you, Mayor. This was introduced at the work session on March 14th. I went over all this. I can read it again if y'all want me to. It is on consent calendar, so, if anybody's got any questions, I can go over it, but,
Okay, you've heard the explanation,
and also, on this, I did have a sponsor, I've told Mr. Osborne 2 times, the co-sponsor was, Herschel Glover, and it's not on here, so, and it's not nothing big, but anyway.
Mr. King moves, adoption of item number 6, seconded by Commissioner Glover. Any questions? Mr. King request to waive the rule. Seeing none, you're ready to vote. The board open, cast your vote on item number 6. Has everyone voted? Has everyone voted? Ms. Johnson?
Oh, sorry.
Anyone wish to change the vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
22 yes, 2 absent.
Have received necessary majority, item number 6 adopted. Item number 7, Commissioner Harvey, you're recognized on item number 7.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This resolution outlines a process by which commissioners can be assured that we have all of the information that we need to make an informed decision on candidates seeking a constable position. Specifically, the resolution states that the assistant to the commission will provide a special report to all the members of the commission anytime that there is an unexpired term for constable which needs to be filled. The special report will be sent to members of the commission prior to any vote being conducted at a commission meeting. The special report to the commission will include the candidate's resume and confirmation documenting that all the requirements for said candidate as set forth by state law have been duly verified, including the recently added psychological testing requirement.
Thank you. Commissioner Harvey moves for the immediate introduction and adoption of item number 7, seconded by Commissioner Sullivan. Do we have any questions for the sponsor? Seeing none, the board open, cast your vote on item number 7. Everyone voted? Anyone wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
20 yes, 1 abstain, 1 no, 2 absent.
Having received necessary majority, item number 7 is adopted. Next up, item number 8, Mr. Jones, you're recognized on item number 8.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This was introduced as waiver of rules. Commissioner Hayes, I had to be out of town for a leave. We're asking out of the $120,840.40 that the park has produced above the budget that was put back in general fund. We appropriate $80,000, and in the whereas, what that is used for is the new boat ramp, picnic tables, recreation benches, trash bins, pet waste station, message information, new fencing around the playground, and that's really needed because the one that's ours deteriorated, there's holes in it, and children are getting out into the street, out of the playground. We had damage from windstorms and the new roofing materials for bathhouses, and to upgrade one of them at this time. So I would move for waiver of rules and immediate adoption. Thank you.
Commissioner Jones moves for immediate introduction and adoption of item number 8, second Commissioner Hayes. Any questions? We've got questions on board. Commissioner Harvey, you're recognized.
Thank you. I would just like to congratulate Chris Erkey and the Observation Knowledge Committee for the excellent progress that has been made to date to correct electrical safety issues, water leaks, and other park safety concerns, and to incorporate camper guidelines and other park improvements, which would clearly enhance the natural beauty of this area in Sullivan County. I've driven out to Ogden many times over the past year. I've personally witnessed this progress. And I appreciate the willingness of Mr. Urquhart to answer any questions that I've raised and to provide me with any information that I have requested concerning the park's finances. In elections, we often hear people asking the question, are you better off today than you were 2 years ago? And despite the poor economy regarding observation on the park, I'm pleased that the answer to this question is yes, we are better off today. For this reason, I am in support of this resolution to use the funds from the park's profits to make these requested improvements.
Thank you, Commissioner Harvey. Mr. Cross, you recognize.
Yeah, as a co-sponsor.
Without objection, Mr. Cross added to co-sponsor the resolution. Mr. Aker, you recognize.
Thank you, Chairman. Just another positive. Last year we passed the occupancy tax, and then by the time we got it implemented and all that, we have garnered over $4,300 in occupancy taxes from observation off park. And that's with not even during any high season or anything like that. So it'll be interesting to see that, as Commissioner Harvey said, what great work has been done out there, cleaning it up, and people wanting to actually be there and using it. And so it's becoming a little bit of a revenue generator for the county instead of always just the opposite. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Aker. Mr. Vano, you're right.
I just want to say I want to agree with Commissioner Eckert that it's like investing back in your own property. If you own property, you need to invest back in it once in a while to maintain it. So I've seen great improvement too, and I'm very supportive.
Mr. Vano, thank you. Further discussion? Seeing none, we're ready to vote. Mr. Chairman, board open?
May I?
Yeah,
One other
yes,
thing.
sponsors always recognized.
Okay. The park committee did vote to open it up this winter when it's usually closed. And we had several workers at the, and there's, I guess some of them are still there, at the casino, workers that came in, needed a place to put their campers. And so we generated revenue during the winter that we normally, it's totally closed. So we're continuing to grow and generate revenue out there. So, thank you.
Thank you. Further questions? Seeing none, with board open, please cast your vote on item number 8. Everyone voted? Anyone wish to change their vote? Now, clerk, take the vote.
22 yes.
Thank you.
Having received necessary majority, item number 8 is adopted, and if I may, point of personal privilege before we go on to the next resolution, I'm happy to announce today that I received in my office contract from the Department of Transportation of the contract for the grant that was applied for several years ago, and all we lack was just identifying the projects and put them out for bid. So you hopefully will see a lot of improvement in the park. We've been waiting on that contract for a number of years, and I can't wait to sign it. And I'd like to thank the chairman of our Observation Non-Park Committee, Darlene Collison, who's done an outstanding job in leading us through that. So, thank you for allowing me that point of personal privilege. Next up, item number 9, Commissioner Locke, you're recognized on item number 9.
Thank you, Chairman. This resolution is to name Sullivan County EMS Station 6 in honor of John Hubbard and Hal Cole. John Hubbard was working on the convalescent side of the division of EMS. Worked there for approximately 10 years. Paramedic Hal Cole worked there for 27 years. He was actually my FTO when I first started in 2007. And it kind of showed me the ropes of EMS and what it's all about. He couldn't be here with us tonight. However, when Hal retired, he got sick and had to retire. He left as a lieutenant with EMS. He was a great asset, along with Mr. Hubbard, and we were grateful for him to be part of our EMS family in Sullivan County. And if you have any questions, be glad to answer them. I got his wife, Ms. Hubbard, back here, and they both would be honored for this to take place.
Thank you, Commissioner Locke. Any Any questions for Commissioner Bond? He moves immediate introduction and passage of item number 9. Seconded by Commissioner Ward Jones. Seeing none, we're ready to vote. When the board opens, cast your vote on item number 9. Sorry. Everyone voted? Anyone wish to change their vote?
Put everybody on co-sponsor on that.
All those, the sponsor moves to add all those voting in the affirmative, co-sponsors, without objection. Madam Clerk, take vote.
22 yes, 2 absent.
Have received necessary majority. Item number 9 is adopted. Next up, item number 10. Commissioner Hayes is not here. Commissioner Crosswhite, would you like to handle this tonight for Commissioner Hayes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I'll be more glad.
You're recognized.
Thank you, Chairman. This resolution is to authorize the South Holston Routine Club to seek amendments to an agreement with TVA in order to improve ball fields on TVA property on South Holston Lake, identified as track, you're not going to read that, and then used for South Holston Routine for community purposes. South Holston Routine wishes to improve all ball fields, and it has maintained on TVA land at South Holston Lake through a sublease agreement approved by TVA. And they also request the Sullivan County permission to amend the agreement with TVA to allow for the civic group's plans to improve the ball fields, which are used by the public. Also, the South Holston Routine will cover all funding, will cost anything for the TVA application process, and with no funding provided by Sullivan County. So therefore, be it resolved that Sullivan County Commission authorizes South Holston Routine to seek and to amend its agreement with TVA for continued use of this land identified as tract with specific plans to send an application to TVA to clear and improve the ball fields at 415 Meadow Creek Road.
You've heard the explanation. Mr. Crosswhite moved for immediate introduction and adoption. Item number 10, seconded by Ms. Cole. Would you like to second that?
Yes.
In the absence of Mr. Hayes, seconded by Commissioner Cole. Any discussion? Seeing none, you're ready to vote. When the board opens, please cast your vote on item number 10. Required 16 votes for passage. Is everyone voted? Anyone wish to change your vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
22 yes, 2 absent.
Have received the necessary majority. Item number 10 is adopted. Next up, item number 11, Commissioner Glover, you're recognized on item number 11. I'm sorry. Item number 11 was withdrawn. Item number 12.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This resolution is to amend Sullivan County Solid Waste Fund for 2024 fiscal year to reflect the funds related to the tire tax collections and appropriations of the amount of $112,240, which are designed to be appropriated for related purposes. That is for moving tires when they're collected in trailers to take your tire on the liver pipe for recycling. Can only be used for tires. And, Mr. Troy, best to let today on the line item of the budget.
You've heard the explanation. Mr. Glover moves to immediate introduction and adoption of item number 12, seconded by Commissioner Vanover. Any discussion? Seeing none, when the board opens, please cast your vote on item number 12. Has everyone voted? Anyone wish to change the vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
22 yes, 2 absent.
Have received the necessary majority. Item number 12 is adopted. Item number 13, Commissioner Stidham, you're recognized on item number 13.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a $200,000 grant for the Sheriff's Department, no matching funds. It's from the Department of Commerce and Insurance to help with training, tuition assistance, and professional development.
You've heard the explanation. Any Commissioner Sullivan moves for immediate introduction and adoption, second by Commissioner Leonard. Any questions?
That's waiver of rules, Mr. Chairman.
Sponsor requests to waive the rule for immediate introduction and adoption. Questions? Seeing none, on the board vote. Please cast your vote on item 13, 16 votes to pass. Everyone vote. Anyone wish to change the vote? Madam Clerk, please vote.
22 yes, 2 absent.
Have received necessary majority, item 13 is adopted. Next up, Commissioner Ward on item 14. Commissioner Ward.
Thank you, sir. This is on first reading. It's a resolution to authorize Sullivan County Solid Waste to enter into a MOU with America's Thrift Stores for placement of collection bins in Sullivan County, like we talked about last week. We first met with Mr. Torvik. We talked about solving a problem that he has at his collection bins, people throwing clothes and clothing making it to the landfill. Thought it was a great idea. I still think it's a great idea. I didn't know it was going to open a firestorm of press and emails and phone calls and bad texts. I think it's created a lot of good conversation. We've had myself and Mr. Morris, the CEO of Goodwill, have had some very good conversations. Plan on meeting next week with him and taking a tour of this facility. Appreciate Mr. Kilgore coming and AMFEDS. I think there's a lot of great organizations out there that do this. It's better than these clothes getting thrown away. Goodwill does a great job at their facility. Not sure why they haven't put a bin in Sullivan County, but I think that's about to get resolved, and I think this will come to a good conclusion. So put it on first reading.
You've heard the explanation, first reading. Moving right along, item number 15, Commissioner Iverson is recognized on item number 15.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the Innovative School Model Grant. I know a lot of talk has been done about that, where every middle school in Sullivan County got $500,000 and every high school got $100,000 to improve the CTE education. So Sullivan County Board of Education decided to do a project at Westridge High School that built a building to move the construction from their annex over to the main building. It's going to be much more modern. They basically went out into the industry and said, what do you need? It came back construction. I can't remember the identifier that they used, but it's going to have welding, electrical, and building as far as construction. So the bid came back over the $1 million, $536,812 is what the bid came back. So I do need to change one thing on the whereases. Well, that's actually not even in the airport. Okay. So we need, the bid that they have expires on April 7th. So we have to do it now. That's why the waiver rules are there. That's why the rush, because the bid will expire if we don't get it done. The Board of Education asked for $550,000 just to make sure there's a little bit of wiggle room there with the $536,000. So I guess I need to add that as $550,000 in the therefore, because the therefore doesn't mention a number. So I apologize for that, but let's amend that. So the Board of Education asked for it, so in that, therefore, the resolution to transfer $550,000 of their fund balance into the line to complete that project. So without objection, I would like to make that amendment.
Sponsor wishes to amend his own resolution, which is acceptable and proper. You've heard the explanation. Commissioner Iverson moves for immediate introduction, adoption by 15, second by Commissioner Crosswhite. Any questions for the sponsor on item 15 as amended? Jessica, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioner Iverson, I just had a question. What is the plan for the annex at Central after this is moved over to there? Do you all have any plans yet?
I would love to give you an answer, but my opinion no longer counts. So I would actually say it'd be best if Chuck is still there, he could have it.
Mr. Director, you're recognized.
Thank you very much. Yes, plans for the annex are still being utilized for other programs. We have a graphic or digital arts program that's there, our cosmetology programs at the annex, and our alternative school is there as well. So those programs are still going to be offered at the annex. And we did have a discussion the other night about coming in there and doing some remodeling as well in some of those areas. So just, there's no plans to abandon the annex at this point.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Any further questions for the sponsor? Seeing none, Dr. renews his motion, and you look like you're ready to vote. The board over to cast your vote on item 15, as amended. Everyone voted? Anyone wish to change vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
22 yes, 2 absent.
Having received the necessary majority, item 15 is adopted. Next up, item 16, Commissioner Iverson, you're recognized once again.
So, there's construction going on at East High School now with their baseball fields. They're doing a lot of work over there, doing a lot of really good stuff. So in the process of this, just in the last few days, one of the light poles at the softball field blew over. There was no wind, it just sort of fell. So as they looked into it, they realized there were major issues there. So what this proposal is doing is actually moving again, I got to put it up there for again, so I have to change that. Moving $500,000 from their fund balance into their building fund to do 4 projects. The 4 projects are lights at the softball field, lights at the tennis courts, because there was a match between Westridge and East. The lights weren't working, they had to end the match early, so they realized there was a problem there too. A press box for their football field, and then there's some water issues at the baseball fields is one of the main reasons they didn't continue doing the turf out in the outfield, so they're gonna work on that too. The only issue is that they don't have bids, they don't have the numbers on this, but according to our purchase department, without this money being in the account, they can't even send it out for bids. They believe the $500,000 will cover all 4 projects. If not, they said they're ready to step up and pay for those 4 projects because they're desperately needed. So the $500,000 hopefully will cover it. If not, they're prepared for that. And I do need to make the therefore say what the whereas above it is, to move $500,000 from their fund balance into the building fund for those 4 projects.
Heard the explanation, Commissioner Iverson moved the introduction and adoption, second by Commissioner Crosswhite. Any questions? Discussion. Seeing none, if you're ready to vote, on the board open, vote on item, motion on item 16. Everyone voted. Anyone wish to change? Everyone vote. Anyone wish to change vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
22 yes, 2 absent.
Having received the necessary majority, item 16 is hereby adopted. Next up, Commissioner Jones, you recognized on item 17.
This is a resolution to authorize the mayor to sign an agreement with Sullivan County fellow, our fellow partners. Bristol has already passed it at Kingsport and Bluff City in networks to obligate the county to fund $561,000 of a $1.1 million property development initiative. This is property that's actually currently owned by the Kingsport Development Board, and we need to develop it, grow it, and it's in agreement with the other. You can see in the resolution the percentages each one has to come up with. Bristol's already passed theirs. If you have any questions, I believe Clay Walker is here. If you have any questions on this, I'd ask him to come forward. If not, I would put this on. Do it on first reading. Go ahead and vote on it. Go ahead and vote on it on waiver of rules.
Commissioner Jones requests to waive the rule for immediate introduction and adoption of item 17. second by Commissioner Vanover. We have a couple of people on board, so, Commissioner Iverson, you're recognized.
Just like to be as a co-sponsor.
Without objection, Mr.
Provide an
Iverson.
affirmative.
Thank you, Mark. Commissioner Carr, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I was just curious as to what the plan for developing it was. That's all.
I'll ask Mr. Walker to come up. I would ask everyone that votes in the affirmative be added as a co-sponsor. It's kind of like the park. You have to continue to develop property to bring business into Sullivan County.
Without objection, all those voting in the affirmative on the resolution will be added as co-sponsor. We'll recess for Mr. Walker in the well. Welcome, play.
Thank you very much.
We got a little list now.
I started off, I hope you can hear me. Yes, Mr. Carr, this is approximately a 35-acre site next to Leclerc on Airport Parkway. It's going to be divided into two pads because there's a gas line that divides the property, and we're going to get those two pads ready, pad-ready sites. Breakdown of those pads would be, and this is just what would be pad ready, not counting the property. It'll be 5.5 acres and about 17 acres. It'll be to build on, and then the rest are parking and the road. At one point, I just phase one, the development is the purchase of the property and do the engineering that we know we get the cost. We talked about this part of the $4 that we did in Partnership Part 2, and we said we do another project on the other end of the county in Kingsport, and this is that. That project is $4 million. This project could total $4 million. We want to get grants and try to cut costs and try to keep it around $3 to $3.5 million to taxpayer costs. And this would get the property purchased and get all the engineering necessary so we can seek grants. And really at that point, you'll have all the costs and the site plan, excavation plan done, and it will make it a marketable site at that point. It really gets marketable stuff.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Clay. Any further questions for our guest or our response? Seeing none, it appears you're ready to vote on item 17. Floor open, cast your vote. And item 17, for our 16 votes to pass. Everyone vote? Anyone wish to change the vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote on item 17.
22 yes, 2 absent.
Have received necessary majority, item 17 is adopted. Item 18, Commissioner Akers, you're recognized on item 18.
Thank you, Chairman. Sorry we didn't have this ready for budget yesterday to talk before we got in here, so I will read it and everything. I know most of y'all remember this just like it was yesterday. But a resolution to appropriate $500,000 in community development block grant funds addressing food insecurity received by the county in December of 2023 as award for grant application approved by the Sullivan County Commission in January 2023. Whereas a grant contract exists between the Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Development and Sullivan County for the period December 15, 2023 through March 31st, 2026 for the provision of improvements on a community development block grant, CV addressing food insecurity, and whereas the grant contract includes the following budget line item details for appropriation of the $500,000 grant funding which requires no matching funds from the county. 1, grant administration, $26,889. 2, other non-personnel, $73,111. 3, capital purchase, $400,000. Therefore, now be it resolved, the Board of Sullivan County Commissioners approves appropriation of $500,000 in CDBG funds as outlined above, accounts and codes to be assigned by the County Finance Department. This resolution. And I would just say, since we're here, go ahead and put it on waiver of rules, so Larry and Nick, go ahead. Start appropriating funds. Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Mr. Ricker moved the immediate introduction of adoption of item number 18, second by Commissioner Carlson. Do we have any questions? Let's say, remember like it was yesterday. Everybody remembers. The board open. Cast your vote on item 18. Require 16 votes. Everybody one vote. Anyone wish to change your vote? Council clerk, take vote.
22 yes, 2 absent.
Have received the necessary majority. Item number 18 is adopted. Next up, item number 19, Commissioner Calvin, you're recognized on item 19.
Thank you, Chair. This resolution is to sell county-owned delinquent tax property, which we do when it goes on the tax roll where they've not paid it. And we always publish it in the newspaper, so it gives everybody an opportunity to bid for it. And this particular land is 1193 Bethel Drive, and he bid $1,000, and the budget committee recommended accepting the $1,000 for the bid to get this land cleaned up. I have 1 year and get it back on the tax roll. And if you have any questions, Commissioner Cross can tell you what the land looks like, but I asked it to vote for it.
You've heard the explanation, second by Commissioner Crosswhite, in discussion.
Waiver of rules.
Commissioner Calvin moves for immediate introduction and adoption by waiving the rules on item 19. Seeing no request for discussion, we're ready to vote. And the board up, please cast your vote on item 19. Everyone vote. Anyone wish to change the vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
22 yes, 2 absent.
Have received the necessary majority. Item 19 is adopted. That completes our resolution agenda. I believe, Ms. Reddy, we have spread on the desk and read in the record.
Yes.
The debt service report that is required to be made to the commission. You need to be recognized there.
Got any questions?
Anybody got any questions? Mr. Locke, you're recognized.
We voted on a bond for Peaceville Justice Center. When's that bond going to be implemented and executed and a check sent to the city?
Check the approval for the payout went across my desk today.
So they should be getting a check when?
Next couple of days.
All right, thank you.
We generally write checks on services don't vary, so it'll be a special check writing. I talked to City Manager McCarthy this week about that, and he's aware that it's forthcoming. Thank you for the question. There's been some discussion, if I may take a point first, please, Mr. Chairman, as your chairman of this commission. There's been discussion on the work session, conducting the work session, and whether it is viewed as a public meeting. Fortunately, we have a good active county attorney, and he's found that the way we conduct work sessions now is that it is a public meeting and public should be notified as such. When the work sessions were instituted back sometime in 2012-13, it was conducted in a different way than we do now. But Dan, I know you and John have been discussing this. We certainly don't want to be afoul of the law, but if you still obey the work session, we need to structure it in a way that you can use it as a tool for information. But we certainly want to be within the law in doing it. So, Dan, if you want to speak to that, we'll push it back. There you go, you're on.
Well, when it was first set up, the work session was just to talk, sort of replace the committees. But it didn't take long until we realized that we were discussing, we were debating, Unfortunately, we have been running the notice. I've confirmed with the clerk, and she always runs the public notice. So it is an official meeting of the county commission. So we are in compliance with the law there. But we've always had a practice, I guess it's nothing but a practice, that we don't take any action on any resolutions during the work session. That's sort of been a rule that we've always followed. I guess, Mr. Chairman, that's about it. But it is an official meeting, and we do run notice of it.
Okay, so as we go forward, at your convenience, we will still not take votes on the issue. We will identify the resolutions that we have before us a week before work session, and you'll notice probably your work session last week probably didn't have 6 resolutions, but we had 19 tonight. So we'll continue forward until I have commission members request that we review that, and if you do that, we will put together a group and try to review it and do it in a legal way, and then make a recommendation back to the commission. When we hired Mr. Osborne to be an assistant commission, we tried to bring some order to how we notify you of what you're going to be asked to consider on regular commission meetings. And we had resolutions, I think, we're actually more on today, adding to it, and that doesn't give you a lot of time to consider. Some of these commission resolutions require some research on your part, some consideration, some deliberation with your constituents. But in talking about that, we want to allow as much flexibility to you on deadlines for submitting resolutions. If we set a deadline too early, that might not serve your purpose. If we set it too late, you're not going to be informed. So I'd like to hear from each of you on how we do it. If we need to set a deadline before work session, and it's not discussed in work session, then we've got a week between this. Do you want to set a deadline for Monday or Tuesday, where we can get that published on our website and the agenda published and have the public fully informed, and you fully informed? If you want to set a deadline on Tuesday at noon, and if you don't have a resolution, we can't get it until the next month. So be thinking about those things, and I'd like to hear from each one of you, and we'll get together with Mr. Osborne, and there are deadlines. Well, as I say, we have resolutions submitted today that needed to be done. We just didn't know it on Monday and Tuesday. So without hamstringing the commission on your ability to react to the things that you want to do, we can accept resolutions today, and we will right up until 6 o'clock. And then if you want one after 6, we'll try to do that too, because that serves you. And that's what we're going to do. Each one of you think about it, call me or call John and give us your opinion on how that ought to be organized. But we want to organize this to serve you and what your needs are and serve your constituents. And that's all I have to say about that, but don't hesitate to call me or email me or text me, or John, either one, with your opinion on how we're going to go forward. We won't take a vote on it. We won't have a committee meeting on it. We'll just discuss it and discuss that among yourselves. This is procedure. You can do that legally. So do that. One other point that I would like to take upon for the chairman. We're nearly a year and a half into this new commission, the 244th commission to serve Sullivan County. And as commissioners, you have accomplished a lot, probably more than any former commissions have accomplished, an important work for this county. And I congratulate you on that, and the county's better for it. had 14 returning members and 10 new members. And certainly, the 10 new members added new perspectives to our 14 returning members, and it changes the dynamic in the commission. As your chairman, number one, I appreciate your electing me chairman. I enjoy this job. I hope I add to it. But I also have to tell you that in conducting this meeting and your participation in this meeting, I would like for each one of you to think about this past year. And there, I'm not articulate enough to say what I mean, but there's been a lot of hurt feelings. There's been a lot of folks leaving mad. And that's not the legislative process. When you walk in here, you're a legislator, and you debate your partner, but you don't make it personal. And we have great discussions, and only occasionally, this is a place of high emotion, and believe me, after the committee meeting last night, I had high emotions, and I actually ran into one of our members, and I regretted it the minute I did it, because it was a rant, but it was conducted between me and him in a private place. And high emotions run here. And I don't expect people not to have reacted emotionally, but always respect folks that you're debating an issue with, please. When you walk in here, you're a legislator, and you're doing people's business, and you want to represent people in your district with a decorum that they would be proud of. So, just, if you will, give thought to how our discussions go and how we conduct them here and the respect we show for our colleagues. And when you go out that door, leave it here, please. Leave the emotion of the debate in this room. People say politicians have a bad reputation sometimes, and it's because the general public sees you debate here, and maybe debate with emotion. And emotions can get high, and maybe it does get out of line. That's going to happen. But keep it in mind that the public sees that, and then they might see you walk out the door and stand out and talk to your colleagues for 15 minutes about fishing or going to Ogden Park or not. And they say, well, gosh, that's hypocritical. You just had a terrible debate with them, and you went out and you're friends. That's the way it's supposed to work, folks. The burden of experience is heavy for me sometimes. I'm a lot older than most of you. I've been around. Not that I'm right. I counted 10 mistakes I made tonight. I kept counting them. And I did at least 10, and I probably made a mistake in counting them. I probably did 12 or 15. But the fact is, we all make mistakes. We all misspeak, but we can do it in a congenial manner and conduct ourselves in a way that the people that elected you would be proud of you. And I think they are. I think the people that elect you. I will say this: social media and legacy media doesn't always treat you with the respect you deserve. Send high praises for governments that they like. But when you do what's right, sometimes they don't like it. But my effort here is to make sure that we have the best opportunity for you to be credible in your community, and you to be relevant in your community, and that you be respected in your community. And that respect is reflected in the votes you got at the last election. So let's live up to the expectations that they have of us. At this time, I'll recognize anybody else that wants to address the commission very briefly. Officer. Sam?
I would like you all to be in prayer for Christy Fresher, our medical person in the jail. She had surgery today. There was a pretty large mass that was removed, and the report I got tonight that it was benign, which we're very thankful for it. I think she's going to be maybe 3 or 4 days in recovery and come back. Don't know when she'll be back to work, but she's such a critical part of our jail operation, and so for her family. Just
I know that all those that knew Sam were praying for her, and it was wonderful news from her family that she came to the service grave, and that it was no more. Motion adjourned.
Second. Yep. What's the second?
I'm sorry,
Hey, Dwight.
Commissioner Van Overbrook, I did say,
That's all right. I just appreciate your comments, or excellent comments, but I want to remind everyone this is Extension Month. One of those little ladies up there for the 4-H was my granddaughter, so I'm sure you saw she got a good look too. But Chris Ramsey's still here tonight. He's our extension agent, so pat him on the back as you go out the door. And remember, it's Extension Month. Thank you for your support, and it's a very big part of our community, so thank you. Good night.
thank you. Commissioner adjourned by Commissioner Slade. All those folks say aye. Aye. Those no. We're adjourned.